Here we go. Our first game has started. I'll do the intro for the red team. The red team. Wow, it's top. We have top right. This is... Who is this? Oh, okay. It's Nightstand on top right. We have Philo. And then we have Big One as Zerg.
You want me to do the intros for blue?
Yeah.
Alright, starting at 5, we have Banging. 6 o'clock, we have Health and Wealth. And 7 o'clock, we have P2G. So, literally a top versus bottom matchup. PPZ.
PPZ.
Yeah. It doesn't... Honestly, top versus bottom, PPZ doesn't really call for much. You know, the standard play would be to go for like a cannon block, but the distances being so far, it's hard to say if either team is actually gonna commit to like going for a block. Because if it fails, I feel like it's just gonna be so punishing.
Yeah, that's true. And because everyone's so close, I feel like they just have to play the center fight battle, micro battle, and then slowly inch their way up. And whoever gets the block on the right side or the left side first, I think will ultimately take the game here.
Yeah, just the blue Zerg, or in this case, the bottom 6 o'clock Zerg being in the middle position, makes it a little precarious versus the 11 Zerg being in the corner spot. Excuse me, just because the corner spot's a little bit further away in terms of rush distances. Ooh, a little bit of a lag spike there, but I don't see that playing too much. Maybe a little bit in the earlier fights, but eventually it will favor the red team.
Oh, stream is lagging for people. 1 second. Let me see if I can close some stuff here.
Everyone playing pretty standard so far, though. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Excuse me.
Oh, now it's better? Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think that was my fault. I had too many tabs and too many stuff open.
Both Zergs did go 2 hatch, so interestingly enough, 6 o'clock or blue Zerg going 2 hatch first is going to benefit them, I think, in the long run.
But look at this. This one probe, like, harassing, he already, left side already made a sunken, so that means he's going to be 1 drone below. While 6 o'clock went for the 3rd hatch, but no sunken here, so he's going to have 1 more ling extra. And on top of that, from 6, blue team's already on top of the map.
Yeah, very proactive is blue team right now, and I think red Zergling is gonna have to be pretty careful before this round. Oh,
but the Zealots come in. Yep, loses 1 Zergling here, but 4 Zealots are here.
The fights are going a little bit disjointed for blue right now, but I think. Oh man, the blue team.
Blue team, they're not synced. They're not synced right now.
The blue. Yeah. Coming into this, you would think the Zealot movement would favor blue team. I think BBH a little bit, but right now red team is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty solid right now. And the upfront cannons, I think, great idea. You definitely want to not be stuck in your choke. Basically, not get blocked is the main thing.
Yeah, another thing is the reinforcement distance is a lot closer for red team. So blue team has to they're struggling to get up here. And on top of that, they're losing units here and there. So this is going to slowly, it's going to snowball. And once they get these cannons up and block off Zerg, I think they're going to be able to push downwards.
Yeah, it looks like both Zergs pretty much going about it the same way. Although 6 o'clock has been droning up a little bit earlier. So I see him transitioning a little bit faster, which means that red team might have a little bit of an opening to push. However, at the same time, pretty much every toss is just going about it the same way, going... Oh, actually, interestingly enough, 12 o'clock toss is going Nexus first, instead of your standard 5-gate into speed.
Yeah, I wonder if this is because he is the person making cannons?
Excuse me. Right, probably just feeling safer right now as opposed to feeling the need to push or help push. Both sides just posturing here, just getting comfortable, Mac going.
But here, look at this. 11 o'clock Zerg putting down second colony, while 6 o'clock has one sunken and making more hatcheries here. So even though red team won that Zergling fight, at the end of the day, blue team might be able to out macro red team here.
Right, now it becomes a point of protecting your Zerg, right? So it's just a matter of how strong can the Zerg get. Because once Zerg and Hydras come out, that's sort of when the tide shifts. Good Hydra Den, or I'm sorry, not good Hydra, early Hydra Den for 6 o'clock, so he's not waiting on multiple extractors, multiple Hydra Dens to get started, and he's actually going to be able to scout what 11 o'clock is doing and be able to see that he is without a Hydra Den right now.
Oh, this is pretty big.
Yeah.
But look at this. 5 o'clock is following up after Tech. He got double Nexus. 6 to 7 o'clock is actually going for Dragoon mix in this. So they're going to attempt a break here, I think, with Speedlot Dragoon mix.
Yeah, I think there is a little bit of a window here. I do think that maybe they could hold off a little bit until they push, because 12 o'clock with the second Nexus, they should be a little bit powerful, or they should be not powerful, but stronger. However, here comes a big fight in the middle here.
Oh, but
a lot of blue zealots.
Zealots on the 3 o'clock got cut off, and it's not really engaging, but doesn't matter. They have...
Oh,
wow. Red Zealots has to fight, but they just backed out here if they committed.
Yeah, I think that could have been a fight. I think the red Zerglings sort of fought the blue zealots a little too bravely there. But
yeah, Zerglings should have been flanking on the side, waiting until the red zealots engage first and then help out. But here again, like red zealots fighting alone this time. But I do like this from blue team. He's clearing out all these pylons. For future, he has Templar Archive going up.
Yeah, at this point, if you sort of have the majority of the middle, in this case, blue team has sort of, you would say, about 60% of the middle. You know, they definitely want to establish the ground, or they want to establish position, and not let any drops slip away. So that's why you're seeing these spotter pylons. You see red trying to get up spotter pylons over at 3 o'clock. However, they may not be long for the world because blue team does have the chokes towards 3 and 9.
I actually really like this. They're not engaging as often. They're not pushing or overcommitting. They're just waiting until 200, I think, or +1, or maybe Hydra Lurker timing, and then they'll push out. Let's see what they're waiting for here.
Yeah, and looking at the supply, they are relatively equal. I think even though 11 o'clock Zerg did scar. Oh, here comes a big push now.
Big push here with the Hydras.
Going into the cannons, though, that's pretty brave.
Oh, the Zealots are... the Zealots had needed to push first, but it seems like it's okay. We have about 12 Zealots in the back that's not pushing.
Yeah, there are a lot of Zealots towards the right, though, but a lot of Hydras on the left. So it's going to become, can the Hydras eventually clear the cannons before the Zealots can gain on top?
And the Zealots just came out of nowhere, made a huge flame.
Huge Zealot reinforcement towards the right, and this might actually clean up the cannons.
Wow, this one timing might push 12 o'clock, and then the game might be over here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to maybe defend themselves with Dark Templars if they have any. Only 1 o'clock has DTs or Templar Archives right now.
12 o'clock just went for goons. He didn't go for speedlots, huh?
Yeah, I think that was unfortunately the downside. Can't really address the speed lots as well with just pure goons.
Yeah.
Especially if 1 o'clock isn't staying on Zealots the whole time.
You have to mix in Zealots and Dragoons. That's why you always open up with speedlots and then go into range for goons afterwards.
And 11 o'clock, unfortunately, not contributing to help right now. I think just waiting on the lurkers a little bit too long. So this might just be a one push and done right here.
12 o'clock is completely dead, and they're sending mass wave of DTs. But if they do clean this army up, there is one chance for them to push. Maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely not completely game over. Obviously, the game gets a little bit harder considering it becomes a 2v3. 12 o'clock does have some money left, but 6 o'clock isn't necessarily broke, or he's not on low eco or anything like that. He actually has the same amount of hatcheries, or actually he has one more than 11 o'clock does. So the Zerg is actually ahead for the attacking team, so it doesn't seem like Red will have as much of an opening as all.
Yeah, and if 6 o'clock makes lurkers here, then the push is completely negated, right? Despite the fact that 12 o'clock is completely dead. But they have to make something. If this drop that 1 o'clock is preparing for misses, then the game is pretty much over. And I like what they did here. Blue team completely cleared out 3 o'clock, completely has vision at 9 o'clock as well. So whatever drop comes or shuttle crosses over the map, they're going to see it.
Yeah, and that's sort of the benefit of playing as a team, I think. One thing we just saw there that we normally don't see in like practice games. They all attacked together. It was a massive push. So that was very nice to watch right there. Normally it's very disjointed fighting, but that was very well executed, I think.
Yeah, the lack of coordination within the red team seemed to have hurt that battle, huh?
Yeah, and a lot of Hydras here, coupled with speed overlords. I don't see this push getting defended, unfortunately. Just too many Hydras, and I think the 6 o'clock Zerg droning up earlier while they sort of had the advantage in the middle just gave them too much of the lead.
Oh, and there's the GG. Wow, one-hit wonder, huh?
I mean, well executed though. Well executed.
Oh, very well. Yeah, that was very nicely done. So you can see here that Red Zerg actually produced the most and killed the most. Even though Blue Team's Zerg or Red Team Zerg produced 181, Blue Team Zerg produced 185, but was able to kill 3 times the amount. So.
Oh, I think yeah, you're talking about health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blue Zerg.
With that game, we will be moving on. The Zealots from the right. Yeah, that Zealots just came out of nowhere from the right side and flung around, like covered the right side, and then everyone just died.
Yeah, it was looking sort of like a yin-yang sort of fight where, you know, Hydras were winning the left side, the blue Hydras were winning the left side, the red Zealots were winning the right side. And then all of a sudden, the blue Zealots just came, you know, up north and then just enveloped the red Zealots. And so, yeah, they just came out of nowhere.
Bolting Boy said, holding the Zealots back until the end of the fight was part of the plan. Well, it was really nicely done.
Yeah, that's a bold plan, if I'm being honest on that.
But I do think that the first when red team dropped down to center of the map, they kind of got engulfed and lost about half their Zealots. That really put them in a poor position.
Yeah, that should have been sort of their fight to win, right? Because 3 o'clock, there was a lot of Zealots that were sort of idle at 3 o'clock. So I think had the Lings, I think, sort of flanked as opposed to fighting head on with the Zealots and, you know, losing that fight, I think that could have gone Red Zealots' way and they could have escaped towards the left and headed up north. But
yeah. All right, we're moving on to our next match. It is PPR. So this is one thing that we've been practicing. Everyone's been practicing. We've been always doing PPR. So I'm kind of excited to see what kind of strategy they'll bring here.
Yeah, and sort of before we get into intros and quickly saying here, before we get into it, yeah, they've been definitely practicing a lot with WK guys, right, on this specific matchup.
All right, so introducing the red team here, we have Health at top left, that's Toss. We have Banging. We have 3 Toss on the left side for red team. So this is the best case scenario for any type of PPR matchup.
And then at 12 o'clock working down, we have Nightstand. 3 o'clock we have Big One as the Terran. And then 5 o'clock we have Phil.
Oh, that's interesting. Big One's playing random, huh? I thought Nightstand would play random.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was surprised. Originally in the lobby, Nightstand did have random, and then I guess they decided to switch and they felt more confident with Nightstand being Protoss maybe, but excuse me. Big One hasn't been practicing, I think. I think he's more confident as a Zerg player, so interesting to see how his Terran shows. And he is going for the right play. over the wall, but first scout, and that's going to be strong. That's going to be extremely significant because this means that all the pros might just migrate over to 3 o'clock to harass.
So, so watching 3 o'clock's build here, I mean, this harass is phenomenal. It already messed up 3 o'clock's build order, right? Because that gas is really late.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't actually notice. Yeah, I mean...
And then he's going to get gas blocked here, too.
Yeah, man, you don't want to get gas blocked before the gas actually goes up. This is gonna be super annoying if this happens.
And the Marines aren't coming out either. So this one probe is harassing so much, and this is such a good play by red team.
Yeah, if you're going 8 racks, you sort of want to start pumping not barracks, Marines right away, right? So that way, you know, that's sort of the advantage you get with the early Marine. Going 4 gate here by 7 o'clock, they're definitely going to be looking to push the issue here or force the issue.
Oh, this is gonna be really bad because this wall right here, it's everything tight. Marines can't get through, Lings can't get through, Zals can't get through. So in order for him, even if he builds a bunker in front, this Marine, you need to lift the barracks in order to get here. So
yeah, lifting the barracks can just be a, you know, just disaster if you lift it at the wrong time. And he gets gas blocked here. Thankfully responds, but 12 o'clock.
11 o'clock did get one Zealot kill, one probe kill, and same thing with 12 o'clock. But the important part is red Zealot is gonna lose it, but blue Zealot saves it. But look at this bunker. Now the barracks is lifted.
Yeah, this bunker I don't think is gonna serve the purpose that he thought it would. And actually, the second gas finishes. So this means
4 Zealots. Yeah, 4 Zealots on a depot with no help.
Yeah, the second gas being finished is actually huge. This means that the second factory is actually going to be later, and the money's just not going to be coming in as much as he thinks. He's actually mining 6 guys on gas right now, so that's significant. There's no need to have that many gas right now. And so blue team is sort of rushing in and selling out to help 3 o'clock right now. And while it's not significant, the Zealot count is racking up for red team here, especially with the 4 gate. And if the Zealot count isn't addressed, then this depot is just going to go down. And
yeah, he needed to keep pumping Marines here. Depot's going to go down, and then they're just going to walk through right here. Oh, but 2 SCV block. Yeah, once these SCVs are in, Vulture didn't start. Now he's completely supply blocked. But 3 o'clock seems to be, you know, a lot of trouble.
He's got to rush. You got to rush to rebuild those supply depots. I mean, especially at the front. I mean, not only is he supply blocked, or was he supply blocked, but now he, you know, there's nothing stopping the Zealots from just walking in again. So that's sort of the play, the balance that you have to do as Terran is, you know, if your wall goes down, you have to sort of rebuild it while maintaining your supply. But I think the game is sort of breaking apart here, but.
Oh, that's so unfortunate,
Yeah, I think blue team could potentially go for a counter and look for maybe some sort of significant damage.
Blue team might be a little bit flustered right now because if you look at 5 o'clock, he's only mining off of 2 probes.
3 Zealots over at 11 o'clock to do some damage.
Oh, this is actually pretty big. Yeah. Break the cannons, 3 Zealots coming in, and then you need to kill a lot of pros here.
Yeah, gonna be significant eco damage here. Even if 3 o'clock maybe needs to lift. Yeah, he's not gonna be completely dead. Thankfully, he'll be able to lift and run away. But 11 o'clock actually taking a lot of damage here.
He actually only lost like 2 probes.
Well, he is having to scramble the probes, and so losing a lot of mining time here. You know.
But eventually, this army of Zal is just gonna go somewhere, right?
Yeah, killing the probes is one thing, but right, if you sort of trade Zealots for probes, you have to be able to address the eventual army. I think that happens a little too often, where you know, sort of trade units for workers, and while it may seem good, sometimes that's just not worth it because you'll just die to the counter. So 12 o'clock should be fine. 5 o'clock, like you said, still mining from one gas with 2 workers. I think.
Dragoons are out,
5
yeah.
I think 5 o'clock is committed to just staying on zealots, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think he's still gonna be able to get gas on time, but yeah, now it's just a matter of defending this attack here at 12.
This is so unfortunate. If you make mistakes, if things don't go well for you just naturally, the best thing you can do is rely on luck. And what is luck is getting 3 Protoss, and even with King, like even position should be good. But right now, blue team, not only did they not get King position, they also got PPT, and the map was also position was also split right down the middle. So in that way, they lost in position, they lost in matchup, and they lost in build orders too, along with mistakes. So that was very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's sort of sometimes the sort of roll of the dice you get when you play PPR or PRR, right? Where it's sometimes just honestly luck. But again, there are some advantages that come with the matchup, and then eventually disadvantages. Like for instance, PPT had 3 o'clock been able to survive the earlier push, they could have used Terran to, seize the cliff, basically gain position and play through the mid game. But getting to that part is, obviously the challenge. And with these Dragoons, I think 12 o'clock, even if he doesn't necessarily die, the gateway is going to go down, and which means it's going to cause an opening for 5 o'clock to be attacked. And GG is called.
GG is called. Yeah, once the gateways blow up, there's really not much you can do.
But red team played that pretty much well, or perfectly. They attacked Terran, especially at mid. They committed to the early advantage that they had with triple Protoss. And then after they go attack Terran, essentially cripple and kill him, they then attack, kill the gateways, and then move on from there.
Yeah, I think it might have been better if you just play in PPR, if you're PPT. If you're not confident with your Vulture, going mech is incredibly hard, right?
Right.
Just in general. So possibly next time going Bio might also be more beneficial, because Bio has its also strength. It can shred Lings, it can shred Zealots. So there are many advantages for Bio. Mech, if you make 1 or 2 mistakes, it's just so hard to come back from.
Right. The multitasking is just super demanding if you go mech. Like the one vulture, the couple of vultures you have is basically dictating whether or not you live or not. Whereas with Bio, obviously you have a little bit more units to work with there. So I think that's something that they can learn on for the next series, or even potentially the next game.
Yeah. And the next matchup is PPP, so it will be definitely more even matchup here, because this relies on one coordination. If everyone knows their role of storm drops, obs, and mass, if they can just do a nice team fight, get their head together, big one, you made some mistakes, but just look past it, rally your team, don't tilt, and then go from there. And I think they could still win this game. Alright, and with that, we have red team here going from 7 o'clock. This is health. We have banging at 6, and we have Pidurgi at 12 o'clock.
Alright, and then for the blue team, starting at 11 and working our way right, we have Nightstand. At 1 o'clock, we have Big One, and 3 o'clock, we have Phil. Yeah, and like you said, PPP, I think, is pretty much their most practiced matchup. So if there's ever a moment to sort of clear your mind, forget the games that happened in the previous sets or previous games, this is the game. This is pretty much a reset here.
So this is the best matchup for a reset. Even the position is really good. You got once they scout and find out that 12 o'clock is isolated, you have someone at mid position and 2 people at top position, everyone else at the bottom, right? As long as the 3 o'clock survives in any initial push, 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock can actually pressure 12 o'clock and do a significant damage here. So let's see how they'll play this out.
Yeah, and 3 o'clock, I think, being Phil, who I think is historically a very good macro-driven player. I think he's going to be able to mass very well, assuming he is the mass. He is assigned as the master. I think he's going to be very effective this game. And then, yeah, like you said, pretty much the advantage favors them. As soon as they see 12 o'clock, I have to imagine they're going to be, pretty excited with how this game's going to hopefully play out.
So they do see that it's 12 o'clock. They find out it's 7 o'clock. And now they know that it's not 5, but 6 o'clock. So they found everyone. Everyone knows where everyone is.
Everyone playing pretty standard, or by standard, I mean quite literally the same. 3-gate forge. That's a pretty unique build, wouldn't you say so? I've never seen it before.
3-gate forge? Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Did they like
Just a one?
When did they come up with this build?
Yeah. No one shows us this build is a thing. So
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like this cross TV one guy showed this build like many times, but everyone just forgets for some reason.
A little bit of a panic here at 3 o'clock. The Zealots got in and the probe sort of scrambled, and already 2 kills. Might be going for a 3rd here.
But I think 11 o'clock also lost about 2 to 3 probes. Also the same team. That's not good. But they both, red team did lose Zealots each. So that's... They don't have to overcommit here.
Looks like both 11 and 1 o'clock, like you said, are going to go 12, or maybe they're posturing, and meanwhile 3 o'clock is going to be fighting 6 o'clock. So 7 is going to be sort of the wild card, and now that I say that, 11 is actually heading down towards 7 to go for that mark there.
I don't know if I like this play though, because 11 o'clock you're right there. 12. If 12 o'clock Zealots is all the way pushing into 1 o'clock here, you can either flank them, stop them from going back, or even push and threaten this one cannon here, right? Like this. But this had to be like 2 steps closer.
Right. They seem like they're sort of going for that, while they're being a little bit tentative towards 7 o'clock, which I sort of agree with. You can't really let 7 o'clock do his thing unless, I think 3 o'clock, unless 3 o'clock was going to go like 4-gate, and sort of try and match 6 and 7's Zealot count. But
also here's a great coordinate. Oh, it would have been a great coordination.
Oh, it could go down.
Now 3 o'clock lost all his Zealots.
He's actually going up instead.
Okay, but 12 o'clock, if he loses all his Zealots here, they could do one push. Oh, they actually lost a lot, while 3 o'clock saved a lot of his Zealots here. They're actually winning in Zealot count. Oh.
Yeah, sort of great Zealot fights. I think 3 o'clock could have gone up and maybe assisted, and they should have won that fight afterwards. But I think right now they're a little too, if there's a term for that, they're a little too focused on the mark. I think they're a little too tunneling on who they need to mark, and they're trying to just figure where those specific Zealots are rather than where a team is.
I think this movement here by 3 o'clock has been pretty... I've seen this very often. That sometimes instead of... Marking is great. You gotta mark your toss, but if you're gonna do a great surround or do a team fight, I think that's definitely more of a priority.
Exactly. Right, it's like, why are we marking? The mark is to determine where the Zealots are. And if you can identify where the Zealots are, you can sort of identify where you can take the fights to your advantage. So if the Zealots aren't anywhere close, then let's take the closest fight, which is where your team is fighting. Now, 5 o'clock, or not 5 o'clock, 1 o'clock has Dragoons out, which could cause the situation to go a little precarious. Yeah, now you see the fights at top sort of not going blue team's way.
Oh, but 3 o'clock is engaging. 11 o'clock won his Zealot fight, so if he can just fight here, they gotta stop. It seems like one wants to push, the other one wants to back off. They're not in sync. The movements aren't in sync here by blue team.
Right. Yeah, meanwhile 11 o'clock is fighting 12. 12 and 11 seems to be essentially just trading Zealots, while 11 actually attacked rather quickly. He's already at Robo support and Temple Archives, same with 7 o'clock. So we should be seeing DTs come out soon to establish mid.
One thing about goons is goons are very strong, but they're only strong up until mass zealots. So if you go goons, you have to be active with them. You have to keep punching the zealots and hitting them while kiting before their speed upgrade finishes. Because if you don't lower the zealot count and speed upgrade finishes, they're just gonna steamroll and surround all these dragoons. They become worthless. So
right. The damage, the DPS just isn't as fast versus the zealots, and like you said, once the speed finishes, they can just run past and surround, and then the DPS favors the zealots there. Yeah, and you see a lot of idle units in 1 o'clock's base too, so I think there's a little bit of just need to focus there for 1 o'clock.
There's so
DT's out.
DT, okay. DTs are out from both. They have 2 DTs and 3 DTs at center here.
Yeah, both sides with DTs. No observers yet though, although 6 o'clock should have observers coming towards the middle soon.
But no one went obs on blue team. So these are the little tiny detail that's gonna cost the game here, because look at this. Red team has, now they can see the DTs, they get shut down, but blue team doesn't have any DTs, so now they come.
Looks like there's a drop going from 11 to 12, and then meanwhile you also have a drop going from 12 to 1. Maybe?
And it's a reaver drop.
Oh, it's a reaver. Now they gotta be careful not to actually get pushed, because I think this is the part where they sort of lose track of where the units are. They lose all of it, and then they get pushed. Now there's a drop coming in to 1 o'clock, and then a push going into 3 o'clock at the same time. The pull is delayed. 17 kills.
17 kills. That's a lot. That's like almost 3/4.
Now 1 o'clock does have not necessarily critical massive boost yet, but a decent amount. I don't think he's gonna get pushed easily. But with the amount of probes that he lost, I think the onus is on blue team to sort of push and equalize. Now,
they gotta go. They gotta go.
Yeah.
And
the High Templars also. Yeah, High Templars also sneakily at 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Oh, is there a reaction?
No response.
6.
There is a response.
18 kills.
23 total.
Wow.
These storms are shredding.
So when your team is getting dropped, the reason it's so comfortable for them to drop is the units. Right now, they have more units, but they're not being active with them. They gotta push someone. They gotta put up the pressure so that you're forcing the opponents to multitask, right? So if you push the dropper, for instance, let's say you're pushing 6 o'clock, right? They're gonna have to be focusing on the mass and the control. Then you go for a drop, and they have to focus on dodging the pros, and you lose a lot of units and stuff like that. But that's not happening right now.
Drop at 7, no reaction. That's a huge 40 kills.
40 kills. Now they defend here one time, and then they push out together.
Right, exactly.
So this
they
is.
Need to defend.
So red team's gonna push. I guarantee you, red team's gonna push. They're gonna be like.
That's what they should be. Yeah. After they get all, they need to respond. However, 3 o'clock hasn't been touched, thankfully.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, here comes a drop at 3 o'clock.
No reaction. But then. Okay.
The High Templar got killed. And I think 1 o'clock is gonna hold because everyone's not pushing at the same time. There's a large army from 6 o'clock that's just sitting in the middle that's not reacting. I think he's a little too focused on dropping.
There's a drop coming at 6 o'clock here. 6 o'clock reaction. If they do another all here, then we can see it. Oh my.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, this is 31. Oh yeah, one more storm. One more storm.
That's 75% basically.
Just one more storm. Come on.
One more. One more.
But nice stand here.
1 o'clock.
Oh, the shuttle.
1 o'clock's getting attacked and he's about to get dropped. Oh no.
Nah, this is where the multitasking is coming from. Yeah, this is all right. This is where I'm talking about the multitasking. You put the pressure at the choke and then you go for a drop. You have to fight the units at the choke, and you have to
drop at 3. Oh, wow. Wow, these are some refreshing.
Oh, it's so hard to keep up as an observer. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And more drops coming in at 7 o'clock.
I'm trying not to cut you off too much, but
no, keep screaming. I'm screaming too.
Yeah. It comes one at 7 o'clock, but I think he should see it. Yeah.
Yeah, he already sees it. Yeah. Yeah.
This is like you said. It's just like this is a very standard practice. It sounds very trivial, but it's like, you attack, you sort of make them look one way, and then come in the other, right? It's like a standard boxer trick, or even like basketball.
Yeah.
Sort of
you're giving them like a jab step, and then you fake it. You ask for a pick, right? And then when you pick it, the person if they see the pick, they're gonna go around it. If they go around it, you do a jump shot, right? If they go over it, you just fake it the other way, do a crossover and do a quick layup. So there are many ways to counter this. So,
and yeah, I think just maybe being a little bit more proactive with the unit movement could have been better. But I think what would happen is, you know, drop would happen. There's sort of a recoil, if you will, and then by the time they're done recoiling, the next drop happens. And then
and that's just the speed, right? Speed of the team. They're keeping up that pressure, whether it's drop, whether it's unit push, or even like trying to bait out. Sometimes like what you could do is look at this, like shuttle comes in and they know that you're reacting to it, you could back off, but mentally you're focused on that shuttle that you can't do anything else. Like those
that's a huge 111. Oh.
They're storming himself to kill this one high Templar. Oh my goodness. And there's a GG.